If you're alone tonight, some of you guys, it could be by choice. Because I know some people that could pull chicks and it's by choice. But if it's not by choice and you're not lying to yourself and you're just alone and it bothers you, you need to make a change. Society's telling you to be something that's not working. Like, honestly, you guys don't get it. Motherfuckers like me are the most sought after men on the planet.
Man, this guy just does not know when to stop talking.
I just want to, just real quick.
Mr. Watson, please don't make any statements. You and I can talk about it. Thank you, sir.
Sorry about that.
Why would anyone with a fully developed frontal lobe take dating and relationship advice from a pay piggy who can only date escorts?
Oh, I tell them, come here. You know who I am? What's your Instagram? Look at this shit.
Can you show us?
I do it all the time. Hell yeah.
I think my chat would love if you did some, like, just interact with some other people. But this guy is a real guy for advice right here. That's what he does.
Oh, man, that's fucking rough in the streets. I'm the biggest.
I'm sorry, I barely recognize. And what's your YouTube channel?
Wes Watson. You just type in Wes Watson in Google. Whenever people ask you, look at whenever people.
You got Bugatti.
Look at, check this out. Whenever people ask someone's channel, it's like, that's almost embarrassing. Like, if you're really famous, you just Google the person. So like, just someone like me, you just Google. Some other idiot, you have to actually find his page because he sucks, you know.
Wes Watson.
Wes Watson, the boss man.
Your advice for somebody that wants to project?
I'm the biggest.
None of Wes's women have been loyal to him. They've only been loyal to the check, and that is it. What's his track record like? Morgan Osmond, the IG model who crashed out on American Airlines and has multiple boyfriends' names tattooed on her?
No, you shut the up. You shut the up and your bitch. You shut the film me. I'm Instagram famous, you bum. Shut the up. Shut the up.
What a shining example of mental stability. Or how about Gabby, who is apparently one of the world's most expensive escorts?
Of course, Gabby's an escort. You're one of the most expensive escorts on the planet, right?
Oh, yeah.
High paid, super high. How much I pay you daily?
Oh, baby. I love.
Or what about Angie, another plastic cyborg escort who tows her children around with her in search of a suitable wallet to climb inside of, who is now back with Wes with her kids after telling the world how narcissistic, abusive, and unsafe he was behind the scenes.
Got some real experience living with inside that relationship, living in his home, being with him, having your children there. I mean, some of these experiences are riveting for you.
I was in a constant fight or flight. I couldn't sleep. I had insomnia. I had night terrors. I was on edge, exploding, right? But for me, there would be this is what would get me. He would create so much discord during the day of, you're not doing enough, I need this, I need that, you're incapable, you can't do this, just a whole bunch of bashing all day long.
You mean personal attacks against your capacity and your character? And
yes, all day long.
Okay.
And then I would sleep in a separate room because he snores really loud and I have a baby. So what would just drive me crazy was that he would create so much discord during the day, and I'm in the room putting the baby to sleep, and then he writes this beautiful, heartfelt message about how much he loves me and how all these great things about the girls and I and all these things and whatever. And it was so beautiful to read it, but it didn't feel real at all in any which way.
Notes?
No, like on Instagram.
He's doing this for the world.
Yeah, for the world.
Oh.
But in real life, he created so much discord, and I'm like, that is not.
I thought he slid a note under your door in the other bedroom. That's what I was envisioning.
No, if it was in real life, if he wrote me a letter and he slid it in, I'm like, oh, it's real. But because it's online, I'm like, that's the same person.
Presenting an image.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't believe that he, the way that he made it seem like he cared so much, I don't think he cared like that.
Got it.
It was more for an image.
Yes, this is the same grown man who threw a temper tantrum on stage at a live event when he was confronted about his perspective on materialism, leadership, and masculinity. He immediately started screaming at another man to take his shirt off and saying that his arms were too small to be considered a real man. The same grown man who was inviting people on the internet to come fight him one-on-one at his gym, and when someone did show up to confront him, he and his multiple buddies ganged up on him and used weight belts and soccer kicks to his head, which he is now being convicted for. I'm not a psychologist, but this man is a walking case study of narcissism, of extreme insecurity, and how ego and materialism and violence are used as a cope. Guys, if you want fulfilling relationships, you don't want women in your life who are only there for the money. You don't need to be all of these things that you're being advertised. You don't need to be all the sixes, 6 foot 6 inches and 6 figures, 666. That is the number of the beast. You don't need all of that. It is a lie. But if you must look at celebrities for examples of what you're looking for, maybe look at Dee Devlin and Conor McGregor instead. The truth is, there are more women out there in the real world like Dee than the internet makes it seem. Women who will stick by you and fight alongside you in the trenches when you are a man of intention, direction, and action. When they know that you are driven, ambitious, consistent, and a man of your word. Conor may have lost the fight with himself over the years, but the principle still stands. And I say this all the time. Don't buy a castle for an entitled princess. Instead, build a castle for the woman who is down to break a nail laying bricks alongside you. Yes, they are rare, but you will not find them unless you are on the path yourself.